All right, boys, it's been a while, man. It feels like it's been forever. Well, it's been like 12 days around there. So, yeah, since I posted an actual like long form video, I've been posting shorts, on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So I'm still doing that, right? So, I haven't stopped the grind, and I'm still going through with the recomp, right? So I'm about 223 right now. So I gained about 3 pounds. So, it's probably water, some muscle in there, and some fat. But like I said, we're looking better in the mirror, so that's good, and I feel better. I feel less bloated, and that was the main goal, is reducing my bloat, man, because I was getting bloated. My face was getting really puffy, and right now it's still a little puffy, right? Like I can pinch it, and I'm still a little puffy, but it's getting a lot better, right? And so yeah, that's where I've been doing that. So I also, thanks to you guys, because I feel like it was from YouTube that helped me out. So I signed up to be an ambassador for NutriCost, and yeah, man. So I think they liked the engagement that I was getting like with my videos on YouTube, especially with the shorts. So yeah, they offered me like to be an ambassador, and I was able to get this pre-workout and then some EAAs, essential amino acids. So I was able to get those two things for free, man. So no charge. It's just insane, man. So thank you guys. Like I said, for some people it might not seem like it's a lot, like, oh, you just got 2 free things. Like, that's no big deal. To me, it's a big deal, man. This is free. Like, that's crazy. All I did really was post videos. So, and you guys interacted with them, man. Thank you guys. But today's pre-workout, we got this one right here. So we got the mango flavor. But this pre-workout is pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie. And it doesn't give you like that itch, but if you're looking for like that itch, the ants crawling up, this isn't for you, This is mostly if you want to be like more focused in the gym, right? And it has caffeine in there. It's 300 milligrams per scoop. So it has a decent amount of caffeine, right? But for me, I really don't like that feeling, you get with the itchy feeling in the gym. I feel like it's more of a distraction. For me personally, right? Some people, they like that, and good for them, right? But for me, I don't really like it. I see it more as a distraction. It kind of makes me mad, man. And not in a way where like it's gonna make me push more weight. It makes me mad where I just want to go home because I don't feel good, right? So, with this workout, it's pretty good and smooth, man. It mixes pretty well. I've never had it clump up on me or anything like that. So I got this flavor, and I also ended up buying like a separate one, like on my own. So that was like the watermelon flavor. Overall, I feel like this one's probably the best one right here. It's usually out of stock, so if you can get it, I get it, man, because this one's usually the one that goes out first. The watermelon one, that one goes out as well pretty fast. So like I said, that one has 300 milligrams. Does a pretty good job, man. And their supplements I've never missed, man. They're all pretty good. So, and that's not me being biased. I've tried a lot of different pre-workouts, man, and this one is up there, man. It's definitely up there in my top 3, let's say. Because like I said, I tried a lot of different types of pre-workouts, man. And some have almost killed me, man. Especially Mr. Hyde, man. Mr. Hyde I heard a lot of good things about Mr. Hyde, but man, there's one ingredient in there that I just don't do good with it, man. It's the Yohimbe. The Yohimbe, man, makes my eyes bloodshot red. My heart's racing. I get really high, and it's not good, man. It's not fun. It feels like I'm dying, so I can't really focus on working out because I'm trying to focus on staying alive. So, and which is crazy because I didn't really notice that was the thing. It wasn't until I bought Yohimbe on its own, because I heard it was a good fat burner, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna try it out. I had that, but I wasn't drinking Mr. Hyde at the time. I already had thrown that bottle away. Well, I didn't throw it away. I gave it to my dad. So he took it, and he was fine with it, man. But I bought Yohimbe on its own. So it's a good fat burner, and I took it. And dude, I felt just as bad as I did when I took Mr. Hyde, and I was like, oh, this is what did it for me right here, man. It's the Yohimbe, man. And yeah, so it's something I can't take, right? So mean, but there's other stimulants out there that, you know, that will do the same thing, so it's not a big deal for me. But yeah, so I have been working out still, still just as consistent, hitting my macros and hitting my water intake, in the gym pretty hard. So a week before I started this recomp, you know, I was playing basketball with the boys, you know, the weekend before, and I hadn't played basketball in about 8 years, probably around there. So it had been a while, man. But yeah, man, I was playing like as if I was like in high school or something, man. But dude, afterwards, like, man, my knees were hurting, man. And I was like, fuck, man. I was like, I'll just take some ibuprofen, right? You know, that's what you get, man, when you hit unk status, man. Fortunately, your boy has hit big unk status, man. So if you guys are wondering how old I am, let's just say I'm big unk right now. But yeah, so I took some Advil, right, and then I thought it would go away, and it did, right? It did go away, and so I hit legs like probably 5 days after that, hard. You know, I did squats, leg press, deadlifts, man. I don't know what I was thinking, but I hit it pretty hard. And that following day, like, my knee kind of hurt, right? I was like, oh shoot. It wasn't really much. I was like, I'm just taking ibuprofen, whatever. And then the next day went by, dude, my knee was hurting. And then the following day after that, dude, I couldn't walk. I couldn't put like any pressure like on that knee. I felt like if I put all that pressure on my knee, like all my weight, like if I was on a break or bust, or if I made like the wrong, even the slightest move, that my knee would just give out on me. So I was really afraid of that. And it said I couldn't walk, so obviously I wasn't gonna squat or anything like that. And it felt better, right? It started getting a lot better. You know, I didn't hit legs for like about a week. And I was like, I'm gonna try it out again. I'm gonna try hitting legs, but not anything heavy, just no leg extensions, you know, curls and all that, right? No squats, no leg press, none of that, the heavyweight stuff, right? And yeah, it still hurt, man. I was like, fuck, man. I was like, well, all right, I'm gonna give it another week, but also do stretches, you know, throughout the week, you know, to stretch out my knee, right? Because, you know, I did what mostly everybody does, man. You know, I work in healthcare, but I still do it myself. So I googled my symptoms. Oh, it could be a meniscus tear, and I was thinking the worst, right? I was like, oh man, like, shoot, this might take weeks for me to recover from it. I might need surgery and all this, right? But, you know, I started getting better, right? After doing the stretches, like, I was able to flex my knee a little more. And then actually on Thursday, this past Thursday, I did legs, man. I did leg press, I did squats. The squats weren't as heavy as I did a couple weeks ago, just because I really want to ease into it, because I really don't want to get hurt. And then, yeah, man, when you get hurt, then you set yourself all the way back. So, you know, I'm gonna take the smart approach, and I'm not gonna risk it, because there's no point in me risking. I'm not in competition. I'm not, you know, competing or anything like that. So, right? So, yeah. So right now, and afterwards, I was kind of scared. Like after doing that workout yesterday, I was on Thursday. I was like, man, hopefully I'm not sore. My knee doesn't hurt, man. And luckily, dude, my knee didn't hurt at all yesterday. My legs, obviously, they were sore, man. They're still sore. But today we're gonna hit upper. So, you know. But yeah, my legs are sore. My knee, there's no pain there. There's still a little bit of crackling there, so it's kind of making me worry, right? But on Thursday I used sleeves just to heat up my knees, right? So I used the sleeves, and that definitely helped out. So I'll probably still continue to use sleeves, just because like I said, it really helped. And yeah, man, I'm not trying to risk getting hurt, man. So yeah, to me, man, I like hitting legs, man. I don't know what it is. Ever since, you know, I started seeing my legs grow from hitting them twice a week, it's become an addiction, man, to hit legs. So just crazy. I thought I would never say that, man, because I dreaded doing legs, man. it was one of the worst things. Like I was like, man, I don't even want to go to the gym. I don't make an excuse not to go to the gym, right? I think my phone fell. But yeah, I went and hit some upper body today. Feeling good. No pain. Legs are sore as hell. Man, crazy. Dude, it's been really cold lately, man. Today is actually pretty nice. It's sunny and all that, but it's really cold. Nothing compared to last week, though. Last week, it was insane out here in Michigan, man. Yeah, man, we've been hitting the macros. There was a couple of days where I didn't hit my calories. There was one day that I did go over by 300 calories, so it kind of leveled out with the 2 days that I didn't reach my calorie goals. So, but as long as that scale isn't moving like too fast in like either direction, you know, we're good, right? I'm focused more on the mirror, and actually I've been measuring myself as well. You know, measuring my arms, my belly, my legs, my chest, and all that, man. That's what really counts. That's how you actually tell if you are growing, you know, with those measurements, and then actually taking pictures and looking at yourself in the mirror. Not so much on the scale, because I'll be honest, like I was one of those people, especially when I was really skinny fat, man. Like I was like that picture they would use, like this is an example of skinny fat. That's how I was, man. And at the time, I was really paying attention to the scale, man. So, you know, at one point I would cut, and then I was like, damn, I'm losing, scale's going down too fast. I feel skinny, I feel scrawny, like I'm gonna bulk up. And then boom, I would bulk up, and then I would gain too much weight, and then I would go reverse back to cutting. And that yo-yo dieting, man, that's what makes the skinny fat even worse, man. All right, boys, we made it to the gym. We're here. We're gonna hit some upper body day, like I said. You're gonna hit it heavy. Really focus on the shoulders, man, because that's where I really want to grow, man. I want to be like, you know, wide, right? I feel like at some point, like around late March, I'll probably go on a cutting, but it just depends on how I am by then, right? If I'm kind of happy where I'm at, and I'm able to drop my body fat to a certain percentage. No, but when I was skinny fat, dude, my body fat percentage was high, man. And if you know by now that you really shouldn't bulk if your body fat percentage is high, man, because all you're gonna do is gonna make your situation even worse. You're gonna get bigger, and not in a good way, because what happens when you have a high body fat, your body's gonna hold the extra, like the calories into your midsection. You know, where you don't want it, right? You want it to go into your muscles, but you have to lower your body fat percentage in order for that to happen. So it's just something, you know, unless you're a newbie, man, and you've never touched a dumbbell, dude, you can do whatever, man. You know, but if you've, you know, gone on and off in the gym, then, you know, what I would do is do a recomp diet, man. Recomp diet and go from there, man. And then adjust it once you get to a certain body fat percentage, you know. Go where you want to go, you get a cut or bulk at that point. But we'll start off, always, man, body recomp. You eat at maintenance. Really focus on eating the proteins, man, because that's what really has helped me out, you know, these past couple weeks, is actually hitting the protein goals, man. Because that, even before, I thought I ate enough food, but nah, man, even eating at maintenance, I felt like I was eating a lot, man. I was like, god damn, you know, I would get full, man. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I can eat this, I'm getting full. But that was just like the first week, you know, where I was having trouble finishing my food. But I would finish it, right? But I had trouble, and I kind of had to force myself. And then by the following week, you know, my body caught up, and I was like, all right, you know, I can finish all this food, right? And that's maintenance level. That's where I need to eat to maintain, right? Because I feel like before I was just starving myself, and obviously my body's just gonna boom, hold on to every single thing that I'm feeding it, right? And that's when your body goes into a starvation mode. So, you know, you don't want that, man, because like I said, all your body's gonna do is gonna hold all onto that fat right into your midsection, and that's the last part where you want that fat to be, man, in the midsection, right? But yeah, going on the Recomp, it has, tightened by my midsection, right? I mean, I don't have a six-pack, and I'm not gonna say I got a six-pack and all that right now, but it's definitely tightened up. Chest is definitely tightened up as well. My body like acne, because I'm like prone to getting acne, man. Just on my face, my back, everywhere, right? But just doing that and actually drinking the water has actually helped out a lot, and that's probably one of the main reasons why I've been able to get my skin a little clearer than what it was before. I still got to work at it. I got acne right here, but yeah, focusing at least that one minimum gallon of water, right? Every single day I'd record myself talking to the camera, and that's how I made it a lot easier, right? Because when you do something, it might be cringe at the beginning. That's just how everything is, man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be content. It's just anything in life, really. When you remember when you started a new job, you felt awkward, like, oh man, you feel green, like you don't know much, and you make mistakes, and everything's just fucking awkward, right? But then you get to a point where you're just like, you don't even think about it. You just do it, right? And that's how I want to get with actually, making content, recording. I don't want to think about it. I just want to pick up the camera, hit record, and just act natural, man, act normal. That way you guys can see, like, this is all real, raw, right? This isn't, I'm not putting a different personality on for you guys. Like, this is how I am. This is how I am as a person, right? So that's what makes it a lot easier, right? Because there is content creators out there that fake their personalities, man, and I feel like that would be stressful, man. Faking your personality for social media, man. And there's a lot of people like that, man. So, and you can tell the main inspiration, like, with content creation is mostly just so I watch a lot of self-improvement videos, man. I'll put them on in the morning. That's what I listen to in the morning, while I'm making my breakfast, eating my breakfast. A lot of self-improvement videos. And I also watch, Sam Sulek style videos are, and it's not for everybody, right? Not everyone. Some people are like, oh, I'm bored. I like watching his videos. They're chill. It makes you feel like you're right there talking to him, like, bro to bro, and so that's what I like it. But I promised myself this year that I was gonna go all in, man. Go all in, not holding back, not a little bit of there, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I cut everything else off, and I'm just focused on this, fitness, and then making content. That's the main goal right now. So you have to go all in, man. You have to go all into this, because when I was in school in respiratory therapy, dude, I was all in, man. I wasn't the best student in high school. I barely graduated high school, man. I'll be honest, right? But when it came to college, nah, man, like, I don't know, something clicked, man. I guess my frontal lobe developed, right? So I was able to lock in, and I was all in, man. And that's the main reason that got me into the program, and where I passed my state board exams on the first try, both of them, because I was locked in. I had that goal in mind, and I was nothing else. Everything else was cut off, right? It was just laser focused on that one thing. And that's how I'm taking this too, man, because I tried this a couple times, man, and I had a lot of different other distractions at the time, man. And I was like, no, I either gotta focus on this or that. I can't do all of it, man. And sometimes you feel like you can, but you actually can't, man. You have to just choose one thing, do that, and then do the other thing, right? Don't try to do a whole bunch of things at once, because I promise you it's not gonna work out. I promise you. So but now making these videos, I like it, man. I like it. I see why people do it, man, because it's chill, kind of like therapy, man, because you're talking to the camera, you're talking to somebody, right? And call me crazy or whatever, man, sometimes I will talk. You get that feeling sometimes, man, you just kind of talk in your head. You're like, basically you're talking to yourself, right? So this is me speaking to the camera. It helps me communicate a lot better, because I can talk to the camera, I can talk to people, right? So it just makes it a lot easier. And also, not just actually making the content, like recording the videos, I also read books. I'll also listen to audiobooks. But reading books is what has really helped me out. And reading them out loud. You have to read them out loud. And then listen to audiobooks on self-improvement, man. And also watching YouTube videos on self-improvement. You have to be laser focused on that goal, man. Like I said, all of this for me, I'm focused right now, is self-improvement. You know, because I'm not getting any younger and I'm not getting any older. I'm not getting any younger, but I am getting older, right? And I don't want to grow old and be like, man, I should have done that, I could have done this, man. Because I see it all the time, man. I work with older people, and they tell me like their stories. I'm like, damn, man. And yeah, man. You know, I understand. You know, life can get in the way too. But right now, life is somewhat good right now, right, for me. So you know, I can chase these goals right now that I can. And yeah, man. Right now, if you're going through the same thing, man, right now is the time, man. Right now, you have the time, you have the energy. Yeah, man, you just gotta keep going. Don't let anybody stop you, man. You know, because there's gonna be a lot of people, especially if you're younger, man. If you're like, you just graduated high school, you're in high school, man. There's gonna be a lot of people like throughout your life, especially in your 20s, man. They're gonna try to tell you what you should do and how you should do things, right? So, and I'm not trying to tell you like how to do things. I'm just trying to tell you like, oh, this and this, from my experience, right? And you can do whatever you want with that, right? So, but you know, you're gonna meet a lot of people. They're gonna try to break you down, man. That's their main goal. Like, that's all their purpose, I guess, right? And I don't know. I don't understand why people are like that, but they're like that. And it's really important, man, that you brush that off and then you keep chasing those goals, man. And there's gonna be times where you're gonna have to speak up and defend yourself. And that right there is really important too, man. Don't let people disrespect you, you know. And I'm not saying go out there and pick a fight with anybody, right? I'm just saying just be chill, you know, be confident. But if someone tries to test you or tries to bring you down or tries to make you feel like you're dumb or anything like that, man, no, you gotta defend yourself, man, and speak up. And it can be hard too, man. And I'm telling you, I told you, like I said earlier, man, I'm a quiet, you know, reserved guy. I'm chill. I don't, you know, I don't look for trouble, right? I don't look for trouble. And there has been times, you know, that trouble will come to you. Even if you're like that, you know, it doesn't matter, man. Some people just like to, they kind of see you as a weak person, right? Because you're not out here, you know, outgoing like that, man. So, because you're not loud, right? But what I've learned throughout, you know, my 20s is that those people just want to get a reaction out of you. They just want to see how you get when you're mad and all this, man. I never understood that, right? So, but, you know, damn, I've been kind of on a rant for a while, man. Holy shoot. A pre-workout's hitting right now, too, so I'm about to go in. I've been speaking to the camera for about 25 minutes, around there. But, oh, yeah, man. Woo! We're gonna hit some upper body today, man. I probably won't be able to use the mic in there just because there's people there today, especially, you know, it's a Saturday. But I'll record some of my sets if I can.